Ladies and gentlemen, gather round. Have you ever looked at a car and thought, you know what this needs? More cuteness. No? Well, then you haven't met the Subaru 360. This car is the automotive equivalent of a Chihuahua in a leather jacket. Small, mighty, and with a personality so big, it'll have you laughing all the way to the dealership. And speaking of that, don't forget to subscribe to Cool Ideas for more laughs, fun facts, and all things vehicles. You'll be glad you did, trust me! Now let's dive into the story of the Subaru 360, a true icon in the world of N. What were they thinking? And yes, I'm serious. This car has earned a place in history, despite looking like it could be outpaced by a tricycle. The Subaru 360 was born in 1958 and quickly became a staple of Japanese streets. So, let's get into the nitty-gritty, shall we? In the mid-1950s, Japan's government decided it was time for the people to have their very own people's car. The plan? Create a four-door tiny engine wonder that could fit the narrow streets and cramped parking spaces of Japan. Enter Subaru, who took on the challenge and came up with the 360, a car that looked like it belonged in a cartoon rather than on the road. The Subaru 360's stats are, well, let's just say you won't be breaking any speed records with this one. The two-cylinder, 356 cubic centimeters engine could churn out 16 horsepower at first, though that went up to 25 horsepower by the time the 360 was showing off its deluxe model. It's got a 3-speed manual transmission, with some models getting a 4-speed or even an automatic clutch system, and it weighs less than some motorcycles. Think 410 kilograms, 900 pounds. It's got a top speed of 59 miles per hour, 95 kilometers per hour, and can take you about 100,000 kilometers, 62,000 miles, before it asks for a bit of rest. So, what makes this tiny car so special? First of all, the design. Oh, the design! It's like a little egg on wheels. I think I like the most how they got everything so compact. Yet still, it felt like you could fit a family in there, if that family consisted of very small people. You had options too, a 2-door sedan, a 3-door wagon, and a convertible with a soft-top roof. The doors? Suicide doors, of course, because nothing says I'm cool like doors that open the wrong way. But despite its quirks, the Subaru 360 was a hit, and by the time it finished production in 1971, 392,016 units had been sold, around 10,000 of which made their way to the United States. From 1968 to 1971, these little cars were sold through dealer Malcolm Bricklin, who marketed them as cheap and ugly. And just to give you an idea of how affordable they were, in the US, the Subaru 360 was priced at $1,297 United States dollars during those years. Now, factoring in inflation, that price would be roughly 12,000 United States dollars in today's terms. Not exactly a steal, but hey, it was definitely a quirky ride for the price. And speaking of little cars, if you're thinking of a personal sponsorship to help support Cool Ideas, you can become a sponsor for just $1 United States dollar. That's right, $1 United States dollar. You'll get our eternal gratitude, and we'll promise to keep bringing you the coolest content. The link's right under the video, so check it out. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, size doesn't always matter. Well, that's everything.